You walked into a Ford dealership. You watched the commercial 20 times. The F-150 pulling a horse trailer through Montana at sunrise. The family in the crew cab. The number on the screen said, tows up to 13,500 pounds. You spent $62,000. You drove off the lot. And somewhere between the handshake and the highway, nobody told you the truth. The truck in the commercial cannot be bought at your dealership. The number on the screen belongs to a stripped-down, two-wheel drive, regular cab work truck with a specific engine, a specific axle ratio, and an optional tow package you probably did not select. The truck you bought, the Lariat Crew cab with four-wheel drive, the moonroof, and the 20-inch wheels, has a completely different number. That number lives on a yellow sticker inside your driver's door jamb, and that number is not 13,500 pounds. For most people, it is between 1,400 and 1,700 pounds of total payload. The truck that pulls horse trailers through Montana exists. You just cannot buy it at a dealership that wants to sell you heated seats and a touchscreen. The F-150 is the best-selling vehicle in America. Millions of people bought it specifically to tow. Millions of them are towing beyond their real limits right now, on public roads, with their families inside, and they do not know it. This is dangerous. In this investigation, we will expose the maximum tow rating scam that turns advertising into fiction, the crew cab weight trap that erases your payload before you load a single bag, and the tongue weight secret that means your towing capacity and your payload are not two limits, they are one. The first crime starts before you ever hook up a trailer. For decades before 2008, truck manufacturers invented their own tow ratings. There was no standard, no independent test, no oversight. Ford used Ford's formula. GM used GM's formula. Ram used Ram's formula. And every manufacturer competing for the same buyer had every incentive to make their number as large as possible. The result was a number that meant nothing, measured against nothing, verified by no one. In 2014, the automotive publication Jalopnik summarized the pre-standard era plainly, saying the maximum claimed towing capacity of most pickup trucks was bullshit. Those are their words. I'm just repeating them. The Society of Automotive Engineers published a voluntary towing standard in 2008 called SAEJ 2807. It created uniform test conditions, a specific grade in Arizona, a specific temperature, a specific trailer, ballasted to a specific weight. It was supposed to end the war of inflated numbers. Toyota adopted it in 2013. Ford, GM, and Ram did not broadly apply it to their half-ton trucks until the 2015 model year. 7 years of resistance. 7 years of unverified numbers on 7 years of commercials. The standard exists now. It does not fix the problem. The 2025 Ford F-150 is rated to tow up to 13,500 pounds. That is a real number. It is certified under J2807, and it belongs to a truck you almost certainly did not buy. To hit that number, you need the 3.5-liter EcoBoost twin-turbocharged V6 engine, the Max Tow axle package, a specific cab and bed combination, and the Tow Haul package, none of which comes standard. Without the Max Tow axle, that number drops. Choose four-wheel drive over two-wheel drive, and it drops again. The minimum towing capacity of the 2025 F-150, same name, same model year, is 7,400 pounds with the base engine. That is a range of more than 6,000 pounds within the same vehicle name. The commercial never shows the truck at the bottom of that range. The commercial always shows the number at the top. Ford's own fine print on their towing capacity advertising reads, "Payload and towing are independent attributes and may not be achieved simultaneously." That sentence is the most honest disclosure in the brochure. It tells you that the truck achieving maximum payload and the truck achieving maximum towing are not the same truck. Nobody reads footnotes. Nobody is supposed to. But even if you found the right engine and ordered the right package, there is a second crime waiting for you at the options desk. The truck that achieves the advertised maximum rating starts as a Ghost. It is a two-wheel drive regular cab with the longest bed available and a base interior. It is not the truck your dealership stocks. Your dealership stocks crew cabs with heated and ventilated front seats, 12-inch digital instrument clusters, and panoramic moonroofs. Every one of those features has a weight. Every pound of added weight is a pound removed from your payload. Payload is the gap between the truck's curb weight and its maximum allowable loaded weight. It is a fixed mathematical ceiling. When manufacturers add a crew cab over a regular cab, the truck gets heavier. When they add four-wheel drive, it gets heavier. When they add 20-inch wheels, a factory spray and bed liner, and power running boards, it gets heavier. The ceiling does not move. The floor rises, and the space between them shrinks. The numbers are documented. The 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 Crew Cab Short Bed ZR2 four-wheel drive 6.2-liter V8 has a maximum payload of 1,520 pounds. The rear-wheel drive regular cab long bed with the base 5.3-liter V8 carries 2,530 pounds. That is a gap of over 1,000 pounds between two trucks that carry the same Silverado name in the same model year. Kelley Blue Book has stated it directly. It is possible to buy a 2025 F-150 with a payload capacity as low as 1,410 pounds. Your local dealership is far more likely to have that configuration on the lot than the one achieving the advertised maximum. One truck buyer documented the gap in real numbers. His 2017 F-350 Super Duty with a 6.7-liter diesel, lariat trim, crew cab, and long bed had a brochure payload of 4,440 pounds. The yellow door sticker on his actual truck said 3,153 pounds. The difference was 1,287 pounds, erased entirely by the weight of options. Same model, same engine, same year. 1,287 pounds of payload gone by the time he signed the paperwork. This is not an engineering failure. This is arithmetic that manufacturers understand completely and disclose incompletely. But the worst crime is not what they charge you for. It is the calculation they never walk you through at the desk. Here's the thing nobody explains in the dealership, and nobody shows in the commercial. When you hook a trailer to your truck, the tongue of that trailer, the part that connects to your hitch ball, presses down on the rear of your truck with a force measured in pounds. That force is called tongue weight. And tongue weight does not come out of your towing capacity, it comes out of your payload. They are not two separate buckets. They are one bucket. And every pound of tongue weight is a pound your passengers and your cargo no longer have access to. The industry standard for conventional trailer tongue weight is 10 to 15% of the total loaded trailer weight. This figure comes directly from Ford's own Super Duty towing guide, which says conventional trailer tongue load weight should be 10% of total loaded trailer weight and 15% for fifth wheel and gooseneck towing. This is not a secret. It is printed in the owner's manual. It is not printed on the billboard. Here is the math. You have a crew cab, half-ton truck with 1,500 pounds of payload, which is a typical real-world sticker number for an option truck. You hook up a loaded travel trailer that weighs 10,000 pounds. At 10% tongue weight, that trailer is pressing 1,000 pounds down on your hitch. You subtract 1,000 pounds from your 1,500 pounds of payload. You have 500 pounds left. You put yourself and your spouse in the cab, call it 400 pounds. You have 100 pounds of payload remaining for the dog, the gear, and the cooler. Your truck is legally overloaded on the highway before the trailer has a sleeping bag inside it. An analysis by RV Reports summarized it directly. Your tow vehicle will typically run out of payload long before it hits its advertised towing capacity, especially with half-ton trucks. This is the mathematical reality of combining a heavily optioned truck with a real trailer carrying real weight. And when a truck exceeds its payload rating, the braking distance increases, the suspension compresses past its design limits, and the steering becomes less responsive. In the event of an accident, insurance carriers examine the weight. If you are over the manufacturer's rating, your coverage can be denied. The number on the door jamb is not a suggestion. It is the manufacturer's legal statement of what the vehicle can safely do. Now let's talk about the lie underneath all of it, the one that is 100 years old. The truck they sold you is called a half-ton, the F-150, the Silverado 1500, the Ram 1500. You have heard this term your entire life, and the term is a marketing relic that manufacturers have never had a financial incentive to retire. In the early 20th century, manufacturers classified trucks by their literal payload capacity. A truck that could carry 1,000 pounds was a half-ton, and a truck that could carry 1,500 pounds was a 3/4 ton. A truck that could carry 2,000 pounds was a 1-ton. These were functional labels tied directly to what the truck could do. By the 1960s, truck engineering had advanced past those numbers. Payload capacities had grown, but the names stayed. Not because they were accurate, because consumers were comfortable with them, because dealers had built their sales language around them for decades, because changing the names would require explaining why the names were wrong, and nobody in the industry wanted that conversation. Today, a half-ton F-150 carries between 1,410 and 2,440 pounds of payload, depending on configuration. A 3/4 ton F-250 regular cab can carry over 4,000 pounds. A 1-ton F-350 in the right configuration can carry up to 8,000 pounds, 4 times the designation that defines its class. The category names are theatrical. They evoke capability without conveying it. They have been doing this since before your parents were born. So what is the solution? Here is what the smart buyer does before they sign anything. Open the driver's door before you open your wallet. Find the yellow tire and loading information label. That number is the only payload capacity that belongs to your specific truck, with its specific options as it sits on that lot. It is the number that matters at a weigh station. It is the number that matters in a courtroom. Demand it before you negotiate the price. Before you hook up a trailer, do the math. Take your sticker payload. Subtract the weight of every person in the cab. Subtract everything in the bed. Subtract 10 to 15% of your loaded trailer weight as tongue weight. The number is negative before the trailer has a sleeping bag in it. You do not have the right truck for the job. If you tow regularly and heavily, step up to a 3/4 ton or 1-ton platform. On a properly configured F-250 or Ram 2500, the payload numbers are genuinely higher, the frames are genuinely stronger, and the braking systems are engineered for sustained towing loads. The additional cost of the truck is substantially less than the cost of what happens when a half-ton fails at highway speed with a trailer attached. Do not let a commercial make this decision for you. The truck in the commercial is not the truck on the lot. The number on the screen is not the number on the sticker. Read the sticker. Do the math. Stop buying the billboard.